Hello and welcome to the inaugural Ausbiz Capital Investor Connect session. I'm Olivia Grace Curran. It's great to have your company. I'm joined today by Immutep CEO Marc Voigt. Marc, lovely to have you. Now, Immutep has made exciting progress recently and investors are eager to understand what these developments could mean for the company's future. Immutep's recent data in NSCLC, which is non-small cell lung cancer, shows strong survival and response rates for FD, the large molecule cancer drug. So how does this differentiate Immutep in the immunotherapy market and what competitive edge could it bring?
Thank you, Olivia. So we have indeed seen remarkable results, actually in different clinical trials, in TACTI-002 as well as in INSIGHT-003. Both addressing non-small cell lung cancer in slightly different settings. And if you look at our drug eftilagimod as such, we have already a clearly differentiated competitive position because it's a unique drug. No one else does what we do. No one else is activating the immune system via this specific way. Our Chief Scientific Officer, Frédéric Tribel, actually discovered LAG-3. So we have a unique setting and also unique in the way you treat the patients and you activate the patient's immune system. And this has been leading to very good results in terms of tumor shrinkage and, more importantly, the tumor shrinkage staying over a long period of time and also leading to better overall survival for the patients.
Fascinating. So with the TACTI-004 Phase 3 trial on the horizon, what key milestones should investors watch for? And how might a successful outcome shape Immutep's commercial and partnership prospects?
Yeah, TACTI-004 is a Phase 3 clinical trial, a very important one. Just imagine all our 5 products wouldn't really work except this Phase 3 clinical trial. Also eftilagimod, let's say in head and neck cancer, metastatic breast cancer, soft tissue sarcoma, does not deliver for whatever reason. If only the non-small cell lung cancer Phase 3 clinical trial is successful, we will have a fantastic commercial perspective. So we would walk directly in an $8 to $10 billion annual sales opportunity. Non-small cell lung cancer is one of the largest markets you can find in the whole pharmaceutical setting. Non-small cell lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer death. And of course, if you bring good benefits to the patients, this is commercially extremely attractive. So it will be a key value driver for the company. It's not the only one because we are not a one product, one clinical trial company, which could be a problem in itself, but we have multiple different catalysts, multiple different chances to win. Certainly the biggest one is the Phase 3 in non-small cell lung cancer.
So your recent study in soft tissue sarcoma highlighted a substantial increase in tumour hyalinization, which is a key survival indicator. So what commercial potential does this open up for Immutep in rare cancers and how do you plan to unlock it?
Yeah, that's practically looking at the other end of the spectrum. While in lung cancer we look at metastasized, very difficult to treat situation. Here we look at the setting which is so-called neoadjuvant, so prior to surgery. A few weeks of treatment, you try to improve the situation for the patient so that you have less viable tumor cells in the tumor and that the surgery and subsequently the treatment and the perspective of the patients of living longer is increased. It's an orphan drug, so certainly from a commercial perspective smaller, but as one knows in Australia very well, orphan drugs can be quite attractive because you work, if you have an orphan drug designation, in a bit protected environment. So it could be a nice other alternative or add-on, however you look at this, to non-small cell lung cancer and the general perspective for eftilagimod. The beauty of eftilagimod is that it's a very versatile product, so it could be applied to a variety of different cancer settings. Why? Because we treat the patient's immune system. We are not treating a specific cancer. We are treating the patient's immune system, enabling it to fight different forms of cancer. Will it work everywhere? We don't know. Probably not. but it has some good chances based on the data we saw in non-small cell lung cancer and also in soft tissue sarcoma, as well as in a number of other indications. And then how to specifically unlock this value remains to be seen based on the data we will generate, especially in the first half of next year.
So FD has shown favourable safety and efficacy across different combinations and cancer types. How does Immutep plan to leverage this versatility for growth, and are additional partnerships on the horizon?
Partnerships are always important. We believe in partnerships. This is why we teamed up for the phase 3 clinical trial, TACTI-004, you mentioned before, with Merck, an industry giant from the United States. They are the ones who are developing, distributing, selling Keytruda. And actually they teamed up with us for the first time since more than 2.5 years that they have been teaming up in such a clinical trial collaboration and supply setting with anyone. So it was a very big vote of confidence. This is the way I see it. And we have other partnerships. We licensed one drug out exclusively worldwide to Novartis. We have for eftilagimod a partnership in China. But of course, there are other interested parties. The biggest fruits are to be harvested in the future. If we continue to generate good data, there is no shortage of discussions already. The window is open. And let's see when there are the right types of partnership, the right associated value to that, and then we can also execute on it.
Immutep collaborates with leading research centres in Europe and Australia. How do these partnerships enhance Immutep's trial capabilities and competitive position? And what value could they add to shareholders?
They add value to the product and therefore to the shareholders, as you need to have some of these top-class institutes to get top research, let it be clinical research, so simply treating patients in a very good way. And we have not only their Australian, European, but of course also trial sites in the United States. So to have the right key opinion leaders on board is very important. Also simply from a communication point of view, when you run large clinical trials, to have more clinical trial sites participating is quite important. In Australia, for instance, looking more at the research side of things, there we collaborate with the Monash Institute. So these are world-class institutes who can bring more value to the product and therefore more value to the shareholders, and it could and should maybe also give everyone a good boost of confidence if those top-class institutes repeatedly team up with Immutep, because it speaks for the robustness of the science of the underlying fundament. We cannot always guarantee data, for sure, that's scientific experiments, but we can try to do the best to ensure good outcomes and work together with the best people to help to have those outcomes.
Well, thank you so much for your time and for sharing that. Great to chat with you, Marc.
Olivia, thank you so much.